Imagine watching the first season of a series and not liking it at all. The vibe doesn't click, the animation style isn't your thing, and the characters just don't resonate with you that much. Then when season 2 comes out, you think, I'll check it out, and then you watch it, and you like it. A lot. That was exactly my experience with Arcane. When it first came out, I watched it and didn't really care about it. The story was kind of interesting in places, but overall I didn't like the characters or the animation style, it wasn't my thing. However, season 2 was absolutely mind-blowing, such a great experience. It took the story's themes to another level, into a bigger-than-life landscape. Sometimes art can seem uninteresting or foreign to you until it unfolds and you can perceive it in its entirety. From ancient mythology to modern storytelling, the theme of power as both a creative and destructive force has been a persistent question. In Greek mythology, for example, Prometheus is celebrated as the bringer of fire, a symbol of knowledge and progress to humanity. Yet this gift came at great cost. Prometheus endured eternal punishment and humanity was burdened with the responsibility of wielding such power. This myth encapsulates the duality of power, its ability to illuminate and destroy. This resonates deeply within Arcane. The world of Arcane is shaped by the mysterious magic known as the Arcane. Like fire in the Promethean myth, the Arcane is a source of both wonder and peril. Early in the series, we witness how power touches lives in contrasting ways. Vi and Powder lose their parents to Enforcer's violence, an expression of political power which will be very relevant throughout the whole series. Later in episode 3, Jace and Victor marvel at the creative potential of Hextech, a controlled application of the Arcane. However, this same power wreaks havoc when Powder, in a desperate attempt to protect her family, unleashes destruction using a hex core. How is power relevant without a subject to experience or wield it? Power exists within relational structures, deeply intertwined with our constructed identities and desires, yet we often feel alienated by deterministic preconditions.
We build our own prisons, bars forged of oaths, codes, commitments, walls of self-doubt and accepted limitation. We inhabit these cells, these identities, and call them us.
Jinx, for instance, is perpetually labeled as a bringer of bad luck and tragedy. Every time she loves or desires something, she loses it, frequently in the most dramatic and heartbreaking ways. This tension illustrates how identity and desire simultaneously drive connection while also leading to conflict and loss. We have to ask the question, why do we desire anything, or what is desire? In the philosophy of Schopenhauer, will or desire is in our fundamental essence. It is this blind force that motivates us to do anything. There is only will, we are will, and the will suffers, for our inspiration, love, and care is derived of those blind, unintellectual desires. Schopenhauer is one of the biggest pessimist philosophers. Existence has a will for its motivation, and this will is never satisfied, always striving for more, always motivated, and so always suffering of dissatisfaction. His ideas are very similar to Buddhist philosophy.
Killing is a cycle, one that started long before Vanda and me, and that will continue long after the two of you.
The idea of the cycle of killing closely resembles the idea of samsara, the cycle of reincarnation, found in Hindu and Buddhist thought. The end of desire is the end of will, the end of suffering. It is salvation. What does Victor aim to do in the start of Season 2? When he becomes Jesus, he heals people, saving them from suffering. But he is quick to realize something.
I understand now. The message hidden within the pattern, the reason for our failures in the commune. Humanity. Our very essence. Rage, compassion, hate.
This will, its emotions, brings value, creativity, compassion, but also suffering, hate, and violence. It is the
two sides of the same coin, inextricably bound.
Why does anyone commit acts others deem unspeakable? For love.
And so in the end he tries to eliminate suffering.
Stop this insanity, Victor.
That is precisely my intention.
Humanity is often raised to a pedestal for our intellect, our sophisticated language, our empathy, and emotional intelligence. Yet, parallel to all of that lies our growing capacities of evil, destruction. All of that is not coming out from some different essence. It is the same.
That which inspires us to our greatest good is also the cause of our greatest evil.
Breaking free from this cycle means to eliminate desire, and with this, subjectivity itself. Another way to look and explain suffering is with the idea of evolution towards a purpose.
Do you believe in fate, Doctor? Our paths carved before us.
Not fate. Evolution.
Evolution has a destination, not to combat nature, but to supersede it.
I will use Hegel's absolute idealism to talk about it. Hegel and Schopenhauer were contemporaries. As we said, Schopenhauer was a philosophical pessimist. Hegel, on the other hand, was a historical optimist. He believed that even though excessive suffering and misfortunes exist, history is moving towards a goal through evolution to the actualization of absolute spirit and the freedom of self-consciousness. Through the inherent contradictions, the thing, in the most abstract sense, evolves and becomes. It actualizes. Those ideas heavily reflect on Victor's vision and understanding. The nature of humanity as conflicting and driven by desire to destruction and evil contradicts its will to do good.
They want better lives.
but emotion clashes with reason. Humanity's self-corrupting contradiction.
Going away from all those abstract ideas, we find Heidegger talking about being. His philosophy emphasizes that our existence is finite and defined by being in the world, where our identity emerges through relationships and choices. Authenticity involves embracing our finite conditions and finding meaning in them, rather than escaping into abstract absolutes. Those connections are not just ways beings express power and desire to one another, it is the way those beings exist. It is highly indicated that Victor is not really himself towards the end. Victor has lost his subjectivity, his being, and so his relation to other things.
I will miss our talks.
No, you won't.
He's in a state of personalizing the absolute, but is missing what makes him who he is.
My partner died in this room.
Love has not this abstract absolute essence, but the finite expression of being in relation to the other. Love requires the other, the separation. This finitism is what we see all the previous ideas struggle with. All of them strive for some sort of solution, explanation, or escape. But Heidegger says no, we have to face and realize this finite and imperfect condition and not run away from it.
There is no prize to perfection, only an end to pursuit.
There is beauty in imperfections. They made you who you are.
Those differences distinguishes us and empower our subjectivity and possibilities. Echo in episode 7 realizes this.
I used to dream the Undercity could be like this, but somewhere I got consumed by all the ways it wasn't. I gave up on it. Gave up on you.
What Piltover and Jinx could be, the possibilities, the hope and potentiality in people.
You know, I learned from someone that no matter what happened in the past, it's never too late to build something new. Someone worth building it for.
And so Jinx changed the way she interpreted Silco's words. Walking away does not have to mean death, but another beginning.
Still don't get it, huh, sis? I'm always with you. Even when we're worlds apart.
Both Jinx and Victor had lost their relation to being, and both were heading for the end of the cycle through different ways. But in the end, both were saved by Jace and Echo.
Only you can show me this.
In the very end, Arcane is not just about the ultimate purpose of the universe, the salvation from suffering and the escape from ourselves. It is all of that always in conflict with our subjectivity, our empowering sense of individual meaning, because after all, we live in this human condition, striving, suffering, loving, trying, failing. We value things, we create relationships and we lose them. We are there doing the best we can, we change, we evolve, and when we are at our lowest, we can always start again. we keep on living. Prometheus didn't give us the fire, it was inside of us all along.